Hello my friends, and welcome to Tom's Tinkering and Adventures. This is day 7 of our grand transcontinental, trans-American, Canadian, Alaskan journey. I don't really have a name for it, I just kind of made that crap up on the fly. So we've been riding all day again. We're at camp, as you can tell by my choice of cold beverage. They don't have my choice of beer available in singles at the little liquor store here. I cursed the lady a little bit, but then I blessed her anyway because she let me hang out in the walk-in cooler because I was really hot. So it was kind of nice of her. We stopped for the evening off of a little road called 40. I don't know what you'd call it, I-40 or Canada 40 or whatever, outside of a town called Grande Cache. So let me open up my magical map here. Hang on. Great production value. Here we go. All right. We're on the other side. All right, so we started out this morning right about there. Right there, Columbia Lake. Yeah, I haven't uploaded my video, so you'll probably be getting all these at one time because service is not the best here, but we were fortunate enough to run into a gentleman at a gas station as we were getting close to calling it a day, and he took us into his home, fed us. Well, not really took us into his home, but he let us put our tents on his yard and fed us and had coffee with us in the morning, went with us to breakfast, and actually started us out on our journey. So we followed up 95, 93, right here 93, right up here to Lake Louise. This is all Banff, right here, B-A-N-F, Banff National Park. Up to 93. There's all these ice fields along the side here. So in the winter, these rivers all freeze. Into Jasper. Yeah, there was some amazing sights. It was non-stop sights. If we were to stop and take pictures of everything that was amazing and beautiful and breathtaking, we probably would have made it about 5 miles. Everything was just awesome. We went outside of Jasper here onto Canada 16 and then onto this 40. So there's a very big significance about this intersection right here with the 16 and the 40. That was the very first time that we saw a sign that said Alaska. So we were getting a little bit excited about it. And then we followed right up here to Grande Cache. Got some fuel. Got some beverages. I have no idea what this even is here. It says it's a strong beer. And then headed outside of town. And then we located a pretty neat campsite. And so far, this will be day 7 of not paying for lodging because we've gotten extremely lucky. We've had people take us in. It's just been amazing. You travel this far and we've been able to throw a tent down, or you know, we slept at my buddy's place the other night. It's just been nice. So we're hoping to continue that. I spoke with Ken momentarily about the remainder of our trip. We're trying to figure out if we're going to do 4 or 5 more days. Sometimes we feel like it might take us 10 more days, but I think we're both kind of getting the itch to get it done. So we're going to try to knock out a big chunk of it at least in 4 days. If we don't get to Anchorage in 4 days, then the 5th day should be a short day. But I don't want to get too excited about it because we've ran into some road construction today that didn't slow us down too bad, but the roads are pretty rough. Parts of them are gravel. So, oh, and it's a Sunday right now, so I imagine there's going to be more police patrols, so you can't be blasting through that stuff as fast as we want to. We've been trying to stay fairly close to the speed limit. Let me give you an update here on the total miles. Total miles is 2,558.5 from the Mexican border to Grande Cache, Canada, on whatever they call their Highway 40 here. Yeah, it's pretty quiet. Here, let me do a little walk around. The highway is right there, and there's not a lot of traffic going by. Just happened to see this off the side of the road. There's a car camping right over there, a couple hundred yards away. I can hear the river. I don't know how to get down there, but there's a really nice looking river. There's Ken setting up. I had the most important part of my setup, the chair, so I can sit down and drink my end of the day beverage, look at the map, decide what we're gonna do. Somewhere in that area over there is another car. So we don't have it all to ourselves. Yeah, in those woods there a little bit, there's a car. We don't have it to ourselves, but it's pretty good. The bugs are not too bad. If we get a little bit more breeze, they'll probably be gone. We got some firewood someone left us, a fire ring. We already stopped and ate. But that was a couple hours ago. So everything should be pretty good. Should be a good night. Oh yeah, I was gonna go around the bike here. It's holding up okay. Let me shut this off. I'm not having any issues with any of my gear. All of it seems to be working. My feet were getting very hot, so I got my shoes off right away and got to the flip-flops. I have heated gear in here, which I have not used yet. I don't want to jinx us, but this is day 7. It's day 7 and we haven't gotten any sort of measurable rain on us. We've gotten our windshields wet, our face shields wet, but no measurable rain, needing rain gear. My suit is waterproof, but Ken has a rain suit he puts on over his. He hasn't had to put it on yet. I haven't used the heated gear. I've been slightly uncomfortable, but not cold. So I'm waiting till I'm really uncomfortable. I have used the heated grips. I have heated grips on my bike, and they're dang nice. You just bump it up. It has a, I'll show it to anyone who hasn't seen these before. There we go. So you just go ahead and bump it up, plus to whatever you like. At 50%, it's really nice. At 75%, it's hot, and 100% is almost unbearable. So I don't know when I'm gonna use 100, but I use that 40 and 50% quite often. When it gets a little bit cool, I just hit that on there, and then your fingers stay warm. Of course, the backs of your hands get a little bit cold, but you still got some feeling in your fingertips, which is nice. What else? What else should I talk about today here? We saw some bighorn sheep. We saw some mountain goats. We went by a place where there's almost always bears, but there was no bears. And then we saw a elk. We didn't get a good picture of it. Well, I think Ken saw another elk. Saw several deer. Saw one deer, and it's just been a nice day. The views are spectacular. If you get a chance, or you're even thinking about visiting British Columbia, I highly recommend it. This would be an amazing summer vacation to take your family on, or your significant other. It's awesome. And you don't have to stay in the tent like a couple of clowns on motorcycles are doing here. You can get rooms. There's all kinds of hotels, really nice ones, or if you're on a budget, there were some budgety ones. There's restaurants almost everywhere. We've had zero issues with locating food, fuel, any of that stuff. The road conditions, this was the worst I think we've seen of road conditions, especially this last road, the 40. It's probably been the worst one we've seen, but a Prius would have no trouble going over it. It's not like it's terrible. So that's my recommendation. Get your ass up here to British Columbia and check it out. I bet it's amazing in the winter too if you're into the winter stuff. God, there's got to be some awesome skiing up here. So I'm gonna wrap it up because I need to get a little bit more bug spray on. I need to get my tent set up and sit down and relax and finish my road beverage. So I am just gonna sign off with my usual, get out there and find your adventure.